This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast, and I am Nixalina. Hello, welcome back, everyone. It has been 1.5 months since I've published a podcast episode, and it was done on purpose, which is why I'm doing this episode today, and it is called the Nixalina Life Update. Let's spill some tea. I figured I owed you all an explanation as to where I fucking disappeared to, but also I just wanted to talk about, how 2024 has gone so far, and obviously I started off season 8 with episodes about Heartbreak Hotel. And then I thought I should make sure I kind of close that chapter and, spill said tea on where we are now. So here we are in this episode, updating you about what's happened. For timeline context, I will just briefly say I am 5 months out of a relationship. And I say 5 months, but you know what? April, May was a blurry, messiness. Post-breakup, we haven't really let go of each other. You're still calling, texting, I love yous. I was going to his house, blah, blah, blah. He's inviting me over. Please don't date anyone else. Stay single, but see me, blah, blah, blah. So I'd say April and May was kind of, blurry mess. So technically, we're looking at 3 months. 3 months of being single, newly single, processing a breakup, processing another heartbreak. And what have I done with those 3 months? Oh, allow me to tell you. Firstly, I processed the fuck out of the relationship, right? Mentally processed the fuck out of it. At first, I did what I always do, where I'm sad, I'm heartbroken, I miss them, blah, blah, blah. But then I started opening up to people around me about things that were said and done during our short time together. And it was only after I began being quite vocal in incidences and words said and all that jazz did I realise, shit wasn't okay. And it's, they say, you never really understand the impact of something until you tell someone and you see the reaction on their face. That's what I was with. And I'm like, oh. I was like, that's not okay then? And they're like, no, Nix, that's fucked up. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? What about... And they're like, nah, stop talking. The whole thing's fucked up. So I went down that route as I'm processing and healing. And then I moved mentally into my accountability on that. So what was my part to play? Why did I allow that to happen? Why did I accept bare minimum financially? Why did I quietly put up with the things said and done? Why, did I shut my mouth? And yes, I know, Nixalina kept her mouth shut. First and last fucking time, people. So, yeah, I kind of went down the avenue of right, fuck it. Whatever his demons are that he's got to work on, nothing to do with me. I need to process how I showed up. You know what I mean? And for me, it was very much why did I put up with X, Y, and Z? And I know you're going to be there Nix, spill the tea, tell us X, Y, and Z, tell us. I don't think I can. Because see, words. Just know that what I've told people at my safe space, my tight circle, and I've actually fessed up, that they're all pretty shocked. But I also don't want to give you the X, Y, and Z tea spill on what happened because I just don't want to give it any more airtime in my life. Do you know why? Because I'm fucking over it. I am over it. So part of my processing the relationship breakup and my accountability, I also cried him out. You know, at the beginning, I sent the texts, I sent the calls, I sent calls. I made calls, I wrote emails, and I basically just purged them out my system. You know, emails of like, why and this and that, and why did I deserve this, and whatever did I ever do to deserve that, and I never lied, I never cheated, I loved you, I supported you, I financially supported you, you know, like I did everything possible. Why? So I got all that out of my fucking system. And then I disappeared for a month. So what happened, and I want to caveat at the beginning before I say this, I know I am so privileged to be able to fuck off for a month. I know this. And I'm extremely thankful for my current lifestyle, my situation, my job, my friends, where I am able to check out for a month, like physically. But I did, yeah. That was July. I basically was like, I'm sad, but I'm working on it. But do you know what? I need to go. So I booked myself a business flight. Just so bougie. Like I just felt like, yeah, I'm gonna. Why the fuck not? I can. So I did. And also, by the way, business class, total fucking game changer when you are flying long haul. Like, I had no jet lag. So I flew to Europe, and fucked off for a month in Europe. And yeah, no jet lag, business class, because obviously you sleep, right? I slept the whole of the fucking second leg of the flight. And then I was like, okay, I really don't want to be that person. And business class is insanely expensive. But kind of worth it, I guess. Anyway, so I disappeared, but not only did I disappear, I took all digital socials off my phone. And I uninstalled Facebook, I uninstalled Instagram, everything. I scheduled loads of shit for my actual job in advance. Everything was sorted, plugged in, done, publishes itself. And yeah, I checked out. And it was fucking amazing. And I guess part of the story of this and why I'm talking about this is because I do genuinely believe in, like, if you're at a sticky point or a low point, disappear for a month. If you can't do a month, 3 weeks. If you can't do that, do 2 weeks. And if you can't physically disappear, change your habit. Disappear socially. Like, don't go out, get your ass to the gym, or, you know, take a digital detox, even if that's all you do. Like, socially, media-wise, disappear. But it really, really changed everything. I felt so much more present for myself. I felt so in the moment. It was fabulous. It was so fabulous. And I'm still riding that wave. So I returned to Singers like a couple of weeks ago. And then I had the privilege of going to Hong Kong. Stayed in a 5-star hotel. Also beautiful. Also like... oh, incredible. And once again, just kept verifying how present I am for myself. Amongst all of that, so, you know, like I said, April, May, kind of a crossover, sticky, blurry boundaries. I'd say officially split up like towards the end of May. So I've got June, disappeared for July and August, come back, like half July, half August, come back, done work trip, blah, blah, blah. Now we're here. In that time, which is not a long time, I have not had sex with anyone at all. Yeah, I'm going to say it louder for the seats at the back. I have not had sex at all since my ex. And you're like, why are you admitting this out loud, bish? It's important, and you'll see why later on. But yeah, I met my ex in October last year. We're moving into September this week. And I still haven't had sex with anyone else since I met him. And I'm so proud, happy about it. And I have a feeling it's why I've managed to break through and move forwards from this breakup and some toxic shit that went down so quickly, because 3 months is fucking quick. And I say it's quick. Timelines are different. I usually am a minimum 6-monther with a breakup. Like, I will be devastated for 6 months. But I think it does depend on also the length of the relationship and how much invested you both were and all that jazz. So for me, my 3 months, like, immediate rapid bounce back timeline, I'm so fucking proud of myself and happy about it. And I think I have to thank, part of the reason is I haven't gone near men. I've only had 2 fucking dates. Just 2. Not like 2 last week, right? I mean, since I became single, I went on 2 dates. And this is all through choice. And that's the other thing as well. It's like, I don't feel like, I'm left on the shelf or no one fancies me. Nay. It's the opposite. Since I have also come into my own energy and just been happy with who I am and by myself, I am inundated. And that's the other thing I really want to express when you're listening to this as well, is once you become so fucking actual grounded happy with who you are, what you bring to the table. Once you outline what you do want and don't want from life, career, friendships, a partner, it's almost like the universe just comes together and throws you exactly what you need and want. And I have had so much male attention and I just turn it down. I do. I turn it all down. I even had this hot model. I don't think he's going to listen, so I can talk about it. But he's been on my case, right? Trying to basically get in between my sheets. And I'm talking 6'2", fucking 6-pack model. And I just keep turning him down. And it's just because I'm not interested. And I'm not interested in him. He could be a lovely guy. He's fucking beautiful. We both said, when he'd done the whole, what are you looking for? I'm like, no, I'm nothing. I'm not looking for anything, bro. I'm fun, happy, fun, happiness. That's it. So we both kind of outlined this. Well, I just can't. I have no interest. And I don't know whether the sexual disinterest is a trauma response to the kind of shit that went down in my relationship, or I just don't need validation anymore. What I will say is I will probably admit that the sex wasn't fucking great, my end, so maybe I just don't have any recent memories to be like, oh yeah, I should give that a go again. But it was also just it's such a different era. I'm just yeah, okay, one night stand would be nice. Catch me after a few beers, I might give in. But if I don't, I don't. And so far, I just haven't given a fuck. And by not giving a fuck, I have men throwing themselves at me, trying to get a fuck. Oh, life irony, isn't it? So... bringing it back to that, I've also exercised, so I have got fucking abs, right? And I always felt like I was skinny. I always get, do you know what? And you'll notice this on my Insta feed, and don't say you don't. I really get fat when I'm with shitty people as a partner. I will blow out. And then as soon as I'm back to being single and back to my energy, I just slim right down again. I did point out on my socials a while ago that I did lose my appetite when we broke up. And that's another reason why I don't want people to say follow me for fitness, because not eating's not good. But I wasn't starving myself. I just wasn't hungry because I was very sad. And I was blamed for a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been blamed for. And my self-esteem was taking hits left, right and centre on purpose. And it was not nice. So I pushed into exercise, and I'm so glad I did, because my abs are fire. And now I love exercise, even just for my mental health. I fucking love it. And I can find myself being able to do more and more and more at the gym each time I go. And it just spurs me on even more. And I love it. And I think, I could be out on a date right now. I could be out getting drunk. I could be in bed with a guy. I know I want to be here. I want to be at the gym alone, dancing, listening to my tunes. And just fucking happy. So, so happy. So for me, when I say a life update, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I'm in full force, Phoenix energy 24/7, super radiant, genuinely happy everyday mode. That's the Nixalina you got right now. And I got here by doing the fucking hard work when it needed to be done, as always. Like, I don't know whether anyone else is recently single or going through divorce or going through a breakup or whatever, but you can't rebound your way out of the pain, misery and healing. You can't fuck your way through any kind of healthy healing. It doesn't work that way. You got to sit in it, live in it, feel it, cry it out. Send the honestly, I know everyone's like, no contact. I've said this before. Send a fucking text. Get it off your chest. As long as you're not harassing, I guess. As long as it's not like you're stalking. I don't know. But yeah, if you need to get it out, get it out. And also, like, he did the same as well. So I received the calls, the texts, and I picked up the calls as well. And I kind of acknowledged that he probably had shit he needed to get out of his system. So, okay. But yeah, sit in it, and then you come out the other side, and it's like nothing can faze you. And that's the other thing. Well, I say the other thing, the main thing I kind of want to end on is like, how do you know when you're like super healed? How do you know like when you've reached that kind of like ultimate state of just happy who you are, how you're living? It's like, you don't really need anyone else's validation. You don't need physical validation, but you're also emotionally stable. So like I will be messaged even recently and I find stuff out, which implies my ex wasn't totally, he was being, playing me dirty a bit. No proof. And I don't know either way. I reckon it could be innocent. Personally, it could be innocent. Honestly, do I think he cheated? I don't know. No, I don't know. But I don't care. And that's what I love. That's when you know you've really reached the next level, is when you hear shit and you're like, I'm good. Okay. All right. Doesn't affect me at all. And then also, my kind of sexual appetite is coming back. I say that in like, I can start to now be like, yeah, I could meet someone. I could date someone. I'm getting there. But I also don't want them to bulldoze me off my own path. And that's the other thing. I'm so focused now. Like, elevation time. So you want to come into my life. You come in, you pay half the rent. Fuck, you pay the whole rent. You come in, you take me on date night every week. You come into my life, you provide, you organise trips away. You bring happiness. You come into my life, you make sure that you've got all your playboy shit out your system and you level up with me. I'm not dragging any boy up to my level anymore. I want someone who makes me want to raise the bar. Do you know what I mean? Someone I respect, someone I look up to, someone that makes me want to work harder, be better. And yeah, and I won't settle for anything less. So yeah, I do realise I've talked. Can I just say FYI? I always say to my producer, I'm going to do a 10-minute episode. 10 minutes. 17 minutes later, I've talked. So I think we've done enough with tea spilling. I'm sure you're expecting loads of gory, dirty DLs, and I'm sure I've let you down because all I've done is given you fluffy overview happiness. And that's all you're going to get. Like I said, if I divulged the truth, it would not play out well. Let me just leave that there. Anyway, thank you for all listening in to my life update. I hope, and I'm pretty sure it's happening because I get a lot of messages, but I hope you can see the difference. You can really feel the level of glow up, the radiation, the happiness that I'm now embodying. And it's just so genuine and so freeing and so glorious. And if you are in any kind of similar situation and you want to hear from me or speak to me directly, please do. I've always got time for everyone. Let me know how you're feeling, or if you want any advice on, you're stuck in the sad bit and you want to get to this bit really quickly and all that jazz, hit me up. Instagram is best. Slide into my DMs at Nixalina, Nixalina. And with that, I will see you all next week. Thanks for listening to the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast. Produced and hosted by me, Nixalina, and recorded in the Splice Cast Studios in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more content and features to read, you can check out my website, Nixalina.com. That's Nixalina.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nixalina, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.